Hey, everybody, and welcome to another summer school content class. This one is all about, do you have a support network, and how you can use that support network to influence your content, because these classes are all about how you can create content through the summer months. And to be fair, any month, but I appreciate that summer is a challenging time when business might dip off in certain places, people are on holiday, decision makers are away, but you still need to remain front of mind when they are ready to come and see you and indeed ready to buy. So I ask you about the support network because you can actually use your support network in content. You can do collaborations together. I want to share with you way in which it's been worked for me literally in the last 2 or 3 days, and how you can try it too, because I've made my notes over here, and I just wanted to look reference to it is act on their great ideas and credit them. Now the great thing is when you're acting on an idea, it's not yours, you've not had to come up with it, it's something that they've suggested. So if you're getting together with your support network, I do every Friday morning, we have like a mastermind session and we share ideas on what's going on in the week, life and business and all those great things. But what we do is we come together, and sometimes someone will just go, that is a great idea, Stephen. You need to make a piece of content on that. And that is exactly what happened. So if you've got a support network who are sharing great ideas with you, there's nothing to say that you can't share that as a piece of content. You can't do the idea and create the piece of content, or at least give them a shout out on your socials and show how grateful you are for the people that support you. Why? It makes you more human. It'll attract people towards you, and they'll decide whether or not they like you or not. And don't be afraid of detracting people. Don't be afraid of attracting people, because we need to hang out with the right people at the right times. So the mindset shift I want you to have is, business is a team sport. It's really, really hard if you're the practitioner, the startup. You used to be amazing at this thing. And this is where I fell into a trap back in the day. And I got stuck and I was doing everything by myself. And then when I built my team out, whether they be the remote or in-house, we had a different experience, success-wise and growth. So surround yourself with a support squad. I want to share with you quickly what Andrew Russell said to me on Friday. Because we were having a conversation. We hadn't met, just me and him, for a while. We were chatting things through about business and content, this, that, and the other. And I was sharing some insights as to how people in my coaching community were going through, just needed to put a piece into the puzzle. It was kind of missing. So I shared with him a story, and I've shared one of them was the Pomodoro method, how I get things done very, very quickly, and how I focus and work in 5 hours over 8 hours. And the other one was how to stitch bits of the business together in a very simple customer journey. And I shared that in two 1-minute TikToks, stories, and what they're called Reels. In TikToks, in Reels, and in YouTube Shorts. And I told the story. Now, the great thing is with something like that, where he said to me, Stephen, you need to make that piece of content. If you can tell exactly what it is, tell a story around it, and then what the call to action is, that can go in any type of social post. That can go in a video. That can go in a very chatty podcast, video podcast. You could turn that podcast into a blog. You could do so much with it. Or you could just do what I tend to do, which is just literally open it up, press record, and tell the story into my phone. Or if I'm not in a position where I can do that, maybe I just voice note it. And then I've got my piece of content, and I turn that into a social post, or I'll turn that into a 1-minute video, and I'll get that out there. Why is that so important? It's almost like social proof, because what I did was, in my video I shared, I'm making this content inspired by my good friend Andrew Russell, because we had a conversation today and it was this. So when I mention somebody else, it intrigues the audience. When I mention that someone else, they're more likely to share that piece of content. And if you tag them in it, they're more likely to comment and respond. And Andrew did just that for me. So on Instagram, I tagged him in it, and he shared that into his stories and sent me a message saying, great piece of content, love it. And then I put it on Instagram, not Instagram, I put it on LinkedIn, sorry. I put it on LinkedIn, and then he acknowledged me there as well. Further social proof that we had that conversation, social proof that we're creating ideas together, social proof that we're creating content off the back of those ideas. Why? Because it's important that I'm showing up and I'm sharing the insights. It's not just me. He said, Stephen, that's a great idea, share it. It also gives validation to your great idea, and it makes it easier to make. If you get validation of somebody through a conversation, then that piece of content, that coaching program, that lead magnet is much easier to create, because you've already got a yes, if you like, at the front end. So What is your preference? Do you think you could, share an insight through a video podcast? Could you share it through? Do you want to just share it through an audio podcast? Is audio and video not your thing? What about just a blog? Or what about just a simple social post telling the story and grabbing an image that supports and attracts people towards that post? What's your thoughts around, sharing other people's ideas and giving a shout out to your team? There's a song, isn't there? Shout out to my friends. I can't remember what the line is. Let me know in the comments, guys. If you've had any experiences like this as well, please let me know in the comments and let's get some conversation going through about it. And come and say hi in the comments and make sure you press that share button and get it into communities. And yeah, I'll see you on another one of our content classes. Short and sweet. I want to keep them really, really tight because I appreciate you're spending time with your family, especially in the UK audience. You spend a lot of time with your family during the holidays, and we want to keep these nice, tight, and concise. And if you want to come and hang out with us in I Am a Personal Brand Facebook group to build out your personal brand, there's a ticker going along the bottom. Just search I Am a Personal Brand, and you'll see this image of me. And just click on the link and we'll invite you in. Guys, have an awesome, awesome rest of your week. Enjoy your holidays if you're in the UK. Anywhere else in the world, just enjoy your day and have a cracking one. And I will see you on another summer school content class very soon. Much love. Take care. Big Daddy out.